Okay, I think we got something. Can you hear us now?
Hello, anybody? Anybody there? Can thou hear us? Just a bit quiet. So,
Okay.
up the game.
Mary's in.
Get the chips out for the lads.
See. I mean, there is a volume button there, so. Don't know if it's your end. Right. We're getting more people in. Awesome.
Aye, right.
Everything seems to be up my end. Right. Can everyone else hear us? Are we having mic problems? To be fair, we weren't actually talking whilst we were trying to fix them.
Sure, yeah.
But I'll monitor this.
Yeah, fine.
You start on packaging things because
things doing, shall we?
gonna fall down.
Right.
Now you're good. It was at my end. Cheers for that. It's me, Cowtick. I mean, as long as you can hear me, I can kind of narrate and introduce one of our new people. Well, not new people, but
New
streamer type person. You know, we're going with a bigger team. So this week we have Andrew. Andrew, is it Andrew or Andy?
Andrew, either one works.
Andrew or Andy.
Andrew, Andy, Ed. Yeah.
From Build Team. I think all people are from Build. No, because God, Antony.
Antony, yes. Antony's test.
Antony's test, isn't he? He missed last week because obviously we had a kind of
Panic attack.
COVID scare.
Yeah.
Knowles! How's it going, Knowles? Explicit 3080. Yep, we've got the 3080 ting.
Or as Nvidia called it. 3080 Ti.
Said Sufyan. I'm sorry if I've just pronounced your name very badly. But yeah, cheers for watching the content. We are actually making some more. Oh, it's a beast. Oh.
It's a chunky cooler, that.
Chunky. So remember your top camera.
Oh yeah, I've got a top camera.
So if you put it in the space that I set out, and then I don't know how we focus the. Should be able to see it there. I really need to play around with the focus on that.
Yeah, just a little bit blurry. Does it have a zoom on it? Is that just static?
Yeah, it kind of does. It's got an automatic thing.
Gonna get this case out of the way because it's getting. It was a bit in the way.
You know what? I need two screens. Definitely. Ooh, I could have two screens. I've literally got two screens, but one's in my laptop right now.
Two screens? You've got 15. Good sir, you have enough screens.
Where are we up to? So I gave up trying to get a 30 series. I'm happy with my 27 Super. It's more fine for me.
Stick with it for now. It's a good car.
Although one of our streamers, Colsey, did a video recently showing how it's cheaper to get a new PC than buying a 3080 a new PC with a 3080 than buying at the inflated price.
Yes,
because we have some ridiculously priced PCs with it already in.
That's a lot. That's the way a lot of people are going right now. They're buying full PCs just for the card.
Yeah, because the thing
it's
is,
a good strategy, right?
You buy a full PC. If you don't need any of the bits, you sell the bits, and then you've got the card at cheaper than RRP. It's mad.
I mean, we had a YouTube review on one of our cases.
NZXT all-in-one or a 4K monitor. That's a good question.
That would honestly depend on your GPU. Because the higher resolution you get, the more GPU dependent it becomes.
So is it who came first, the chicken or the egg question?
If you're wanting to overclock, go for. It depends on what you want to do with it. To be honest, if you're overclocking, yeah, straight up. But if you want the pretty graphics, depending on what your GPU is.
Yes, it's GPU as well. Yeah.
Because again, the higher resolution you go, the more power you need out of your GPU. But if you want to overclock to get frame rates and all that, then yeah.
I've got Prestige Phoenix. They got a PC from us. Awesome, well done. So thanks for choosing first. Prestige Phoenix. What specs? Yeah, that'd be interesting. What specs did you go for?
It's one of the bigger builds. I may have built it.
GTX 1660 Super 16GB RAM, 1TB HDD, 256GB SSD with the i5. I think that was one of the was that one of the next day pre-builds? Because I know we did some deals on it. And they were,
Yeah, I think.
prices.
Yeah, might have been. I've built a lot of PC since then. It's like a lot of PC.
Yeah,
since
you
then.
got it for about 640 with a 1660, which is
6060 is not bad.
yeah, well,
It's
for
not
that
bad.
price is. Because there was a shortage on 1660s for a while as well.
I think it was GPU silicon in general.
Yeah.
Because it was getting to the point where even car manufacturers were stopping production because they couldn't get chips for their computers in the car.
And now AMD is making gaming consoles that you can drive, aren't they?
What?
The AMD chips that are now in Teslas. We've done a partnership.
Oh,
thing
okay. I thought you meant an actual PS5 just driving around on as an RC.
Cat's Chup X is in. Howdy.
That's the CPU in.
Right. I said I was going to switch.
Yes, I should have mentioned that.
I can't switch to two monitors though because we've already got two HDMI outs, and this is only. I wonder if we can just no, because your second monitor is. We'll sort it out next.
Monitor math, ladies and gentlemen, it's very important.
Yeah, apparently there's a video of Elon playing Cyberpunk in the Tesla.
I need to see that because that guy's entertaining. If nothing else, he's entertaining.
Derek, evening. Thanks for joining us. Wow, there's loads more people than last. Although the last stream we were just on Twitch, I managed to.
That'll be one of the reasons. Yeah.
I managed to boost up the.
YouTube's a bit more aggressive when it tries to. Well, I found anyway. YouTube's a bit more aggressive about that. I don't know about Facebook though. I've not seen Facebook streams.
It's, it just comes up as a live video on your feed. So
Oh,
if you use Facebook.
So it's like when you're just drifting through. It's like live feed.
You know what? I'm gonna point this down.
Oh.
I'll tell you what would be better is if I drop this.
More low angle.
And then there we go. Let's see what you're doing.
I think that's a bit of an important point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna read the instructions on that for next week to get rid of that fault. But yeah, you'll just need to stay slightly to your left, I think. So you stop drifting off screen. Or...
Probably should actually look at the preview before I do anything. There we go, move everything. Probably a good idea to know where you are at all times.
Imagine playing GTA 5 and your Tesla and getting mixed up. No RTX yet. You need a gaming PC when you have a Tesla.
I mean, the Tesla itself is just a gaming PC. It might as well be.
Mark has a Tesla and I believe he has a gaming PC as well. So he does. He doesn't have a new one though.
New Tesla, what are you talking about? So it doesn't have the future pickup.
Oh, I'm gonna go get some snacks instead.
Oh, you leave me alone with these people.
Snacks.
Oh dear.
So what are you on the? Ooh.
Yeah, I'm putting the SSD in.
The SSD, indeed. Nice little Seagate Firecuda 520.
Indeed, yes. And this is the only storage in the PC. More than enough for most games, to be honest. Unless you're playing Call of Duty. Ooh, file size in that thing.
In our video series that we've been working on, we've got one lined up where Call of Duty's involved. It's like hard drive tests that it's got to be.
I mean, if you want a hard drive test, Call of Duty it's like 120 gig right now. It's huge.
Jesus. I mean, F1 that we were testing for that video earlier, that was 70, was it?
42.
Was it? I thought it was bigger than that.
Well, 42 is around average, to be honest. For now, anyway. If everything goes the way of Call of Duty,
well, that's it. The new generation of games are set to be much bigger, but then they've got that new SSD thing that Ratchet and Clank has, where there's no load time, no load screens. You literally zip
just straight in. Yeah, because it probably preloads everything.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen of Call of Duty, it's just generally they have massive textures that they don't compress. So it's like huge. Yeah, big boys.
There's a physical GPU in a Tesla. I reckon you fit the card, use it in your tower.
At the end of the day, just park it up next to your tower. You don't go in the garage. You just go in your tower. Go next to the tower. We are unboxing the AIO at the moment as well.
I feel it'd be like the GPU would be. It's like the GPU you get in a laptop. You can't really take a laptop GPU out and stick it in a PC.
You can with effort.
Can you?
You need a soldering iron, but yeah.
What's this? I do Stephen. Feels weird watching this channel and not being Caprani's muck on the screen. Yeah, Cap's just really busy, and to be fair, like when we first got into it, we were aiming for consistency. We were on almost every single week. It was me and Cap. It wasn't really fair. So, yeah, we decided this time we want to keep the consistency. We've got a selection of people from all over the company. There'll be some people. Eventually, there'll be some people coming in to take this spot on the other side of the desk once we're up and running. So yeah, you'll get to know more of the Fierce PC team. I haven't seen him on his personal channel for a bit as well. Yeah, he's a busy guy. He's you could just be doing adult things. The older you grow, the more adult things.
He's busy adulting.
Yeah, adulting is adulting.
Just don't say it incorrectly. different meaning, completely different meaning than saying incorrectly. Right, because it says AMD.
I mean, I'm sure we'll get Cap on now and then. But yeah.
Once he stopped being hounded by massive amounts of custom loop.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the size of those custom loops.
I'm excited for the new, like I said, I think I've got 4 from build. Well, I've got 2 from build, 1 from test, and there's another guy who is on Furl at the moment. So we've got 4 for PC building. We've got a few people from customer care who are going to be interested in doing this side as well. I mean, you guys can switch once you're used to it as well.
Oh yeah.
If you're not on a week where you're down for building, you can jump on here. So I think it's going to be really interesting.
I think I'll be more on this side than the other side, to be frank.
Crunchy bag. How's it going, Crunchy? Your idea that you had on Twitter the other day is one that we're already thinking about. We're already discussing. So I think it's something we want to do again. Keep it nice and mysterious.
Oh.
I want to do more fun stuff. It's been a while since we've done fun things.
I mean,
apart from working,
yeah.
Which is awesome fun. If the boss is watching.
Said in stilted language, like always, we are completely human.
I mean, like, to be fair, we can't complain. We were playing F1 today.
I mean, yeah, true.
It was technically work.
I mean, it was a race, and I decided, you know what?
Rapskillion.
Rapskillion, why do I recognise that name?
Rapskillion is one of our streamers, and he is a cool dude. Who is this? This one is Andy.
Yo.
Basically, I've got 3 people on a team at the moment, and they all start with the letter A, so I keep getting them all confused.
Not the best decision in the world.
I should just call you all like number 1, number 2, number 3.
Build PC number 1.
But yeah, we're doing the streams with like a team, because First PC is a team. So yeah, you're gonna see like a lot more.
I mean, with the amount of PCs we build, we have to be a team. Right.
Any excuse to class gaming's work, 100%. If I can.
I mean, that's just a given, really.
Oh man, I remember like when I first started and we did a promotion with Grip, and we basically just streamed from about 1 o'clock in the afternoon till 5 from John's office, and we were doing stuff like the representative from DPD turned up to have a meeting with John. So we just got him on stream, and the DPD rep was playing, like the ops manager was playing.
Like the absolute casual stream.
We were literally just switching people out and just having winner stays on for the entire afternoon.
Alright, who won?
I think Brad's got really good at it, and as from racing game, yeah, it was cool. That Grip it was called, Brad. Grip. Ooh. Miss Grip, hardly anyone on MP in the UK anymore. Yeah, it's really weird. It's one of those games I feel that's kind of fun to jump back into now and then, but you know, you don't just constantly play it.
I mean, I don't.
There was a Fierce branded Grip car at one point. I don't know if it's still in the game though.
I mean, I don't know about racing games, but but yeah.
Wait, don't cough.
But yeah, I know that feel about multiplayer just dying.
Wait a second. Apparently you can do Grip in VR. Oh, I'm gonna have to.
That sounds cool.
Because Grip is. Have you heard of it before?
No,
Right, so
I'm not. No, the thing I was talking about was like multiplayer, like real time strategy. A lot of it's just died. It's just gone. It's like, well, sucks to be me, I guess.
So Grip is just a racing game, but your cars can go upside down. So you have tracks where you'll be like twisting.
Yes,
around.
I've seen it. Is it the one with the buzzsaw thing as well? Or is that something else?
Oh, I've got no idea.
Because there's one where it's basically like an obstacle course kind of deal.
It's almost like an obstacle course.
Yeah, because you're dodging neon saw blades and stuff like that.
Unless that's in an update. This is just like you'll be going around corners and then suddenly the track's there, so you've got to fall onto the next section and it's mad. But someone said there's a VR version, so it would just break my eyeballs.
No Grip in VR will kill you.
Nah, I'm gonna have to do this. There was a game I saw on a little Twitch previews you get on Instagram the other day. It was called something like Destruction. It looked like Destruction Derby, but you could just get. What's that noise?
I don't know. That might be from the warehouse though, could be. Because that forklift is pretty high.
Motorstone. What's it called now?
Motorstone's cool. I wish that was back out.
Well, yeah, it looked like Destruction Derby that you could play multiplayer online with people, and you like these levels where you could be a grandma in a chair and stuff like that, or you could be in a Destruction Derby. Oh, I need to find.
Are you talking about Twisted Metal?
Could be.
Because that sounds like Twisted Metal.
Let's have a look. Oh, I always get confused here because I got two confused.
Well, I might be wrong. Twisted Metal is usually mascotted by a very creepy clown dude in an ice cream van.
Twisted Metal. I don't know. Oh, Twisted Metal is.
I mean, it's a PS exclusive, so it's yeah.
No. It looked like it was a PlayStation game that had been updated for online multiplayer, like PC game.
Ah.
So yeah, if anyone knows what this game I'm talking about, it's like Destruction Derby. It could be Twisted Metal, but it's like an updated version that you can play online with your friends. Let me know, because I forgot about it and I want to just remember.
Right, can I do this? Yes, I can.
No, it's a game that's like people are playing it right now, like online live multiplayer. Carnage sounds.
That does sound familiar. Carnage does sound familiar.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Carnage is a multiplayer vehicle creation destruction game. Yes, this could be the one. This could be the one. It seems to be on Steam. I'll give this a go. Oh, wait, it's free as well. Definitely gonna test this out. Maybe, I don't know. Also, turn off the radio. It's no copyright sounds, right?
Alert!
Unless, I don't know, it is Spotify, so it does.
Wait, are you using Spotify?
Yeah.
Right, Spotify has been known to just add random songs into radio stuff.
Yeah,
So
we're still on the no copyright sounds, copyright-free music by no copyright sounds.
oh, so it's a playlist, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It should be fine because they usually don't add random stuff into playlists.
It's when the playlist finishes that they add stuff on the end.
Oh yeah. On the one hand, it's a good thing. On the other hand, when you're streaming, really bad.
Stream Beats is the safe. Wait, let me catch up. King Thomas, bought a PC from you guys. Still loving it. Oh, thanks very much. Thanks for choosing Fierce. Justin, GG, JJGG, no Caprani. No, there is no Caprani.
Someone will riot. Somebody's going to riot. Apparently.
But yeah, Caprani's taking a break. I'm sure we'll do a guest spot now and then for him.
Yes, at this point, Caprani walked into the room.
I said we do want to do more of these. We want it to be like an option for customers if they're ordering a PC that they can
order good ones.
No, I mean the
really big
can
ones.
Actually, like if they want to order it to be, if they want to have it built live.
Oh yeah, I was referring to like big builds because I genuinely like builds like this, like big chunky builds.
Just fly me out. I'd sell for the builder being bald.
I'm not going bald.
Like, I don't know. Does that mean I have to shave my heads?
Well, there was an idea when my hair grew a bit longer to shave me into like a mohawk thing and then make me look like a Viking because apparently I just suited that look. Didn't do it.
It's probably just the being tall thing.
Probably. I think it's the more I go blonde in sunshine thing than anything else.
Rapskillion, as soon as COVID's died down, next time you want to make a trip over here, go for it.
Hopefully it
Although,
dies down soon.
We will. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this thing yet.
Oh.
The thing about locations.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I'd kick that up the chain.
Yeah. I'll check. I mean, it's not going to be a big secret for long.
Well, apparently they're putting big old signs up, so.
Yeah, that's true. Secrets? Yeah, there's a secret. There's a secret. I'll see if I can tell the secret next week. I've just got to check that it's very secret.
Oh.
That was my phone. I mean, to be fair, there's quite a few secrets going on at the moment. Oh, look at that. MSI retweeting that little build. Thank you very much, MSI. Oh, I don't want to like everyone post on that. Number 2, what's going on? Trying to keep up the socials and answer all this. If I order another PC, can I email compatible parts? Like if they're not listed on a custom build? Yeah, like as long as we can get hold of them from our suppliers. There are some suppliers that sell specific parts that we just don't deal with, but we do get hold of the majority of them. So for that, probably want to, if it's not a custom loop, then you want to talk directly to customer care at fiercepc.co.uk. If it is a custom loop, then we put you in touch with Sam or Sam and his team, and then we'd come up with something for you there as well.
Slight mistake.
Panda Fallen. This is the new Sam from. Oh.
Sam's a bit better than me. I'm gonna be honest.
You said, "Is this the new Sam from Wish?"
I don't get the reference.
Like when you order stuff from Wish and it's advertised as the same thing, but it's vastly inferior, I think is what Panda Fallen was getting at.
I mean, you're close. You're really close. To the point where I have actually just made a mistake.
What have you done?
Right, so I've just realised the GPU has 3 power plugs. I've only put in 1 lead. So, yes, so I will be...
See, the pressure, the stream pressure, it's not easy.
Well, it's less the pressure and more I didn't realise there was 3 plugs on it. Hence, correct about the Wish thing.
You know what? You seem to be more natural across there, so I'm just gonna shift the camera.
Yeah, I tend to follow the case rather than be where the parts are.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna shift this over. The thing is,
sorry about the earthquake, everyone. It's just a naturally occurring thing in Lancashire.
I'm trying to get a good shot until I've sorted this camera out because it's gone funny. Unless I go backwards. No, I'm being.
Oh no.
What's going on? There we go. Go.
It's a 7.6 now. Ah.
Earthquake! Right. That's a nicer shot. It's just if I trip over this cable, we're all going down.
We're all going down.
This one's definitely a question for you, Andy.
Oh.
Rockstrix liquid coolers on par with the Corsairs.
Well, generally with liquid coolers, I find it's more down to how much the fans work. Because the coolers themselves are practically speaking the same. It's how the fans work and how easily they're installed, and the pump.
I was going to say, if it's an all-in-one, then you've got the strength of the pump to actually.
Yeah, strength of the pump and the fans.
Although I don't know, because I do know a little bit about radiators as well.
Ooh. Oh yeah, like the fin densities and all that as well.
Yeah, fin densities, actual metal choice can affect. So if you use an aluminium, what grade of aluminium, and how.
Yeah.
So it's almost like silicon. Like
sometimes
you can get pure aluminiums coming out, and they cost more because obviously they buy it in tons. So there's loads of tiny little factors.
Yeah.
But,
From what I've experienced, I've not used an Asus cooler, but for Corsair they do quite well. They're very noisy though. That's.
You know what? I'd say from the videos I've watched where people do comparisons, there isn't it depends on yourself, but when it comes to tests, there's not a huge difference in coolers.
Depends where you place it as well.
Linus did an interesting one where in a few scenarios the air cooler came out on top.
Yeah, if you've got a beefy air coolers are generally like the Noctua ones, like the Noctua. I've forgotten what the name was.
I know which ones you mean.
Yeah, it's like a dual stacked radiator thing. Those are beefy coolers.
In this temperature right now, if you've not got an air conditioned house, then the air cooler
suffers. Yeah,
suffers.
Because it needs ambient temperature around it to be.
So getting back to the question, I would say it comes down to, for me, I would be picking purely based on RGB, and if it's got an LCD screen, because I think that's cool.
Are those RGB? Are those screens on the Asus one?
Asus Ryu.
Yeah. Are they programmable?
Yes, they are. Cause
right.
The first one that came out, I designed a Fierce logo to go in one, and it looked sick.
Right. So yeah, the Asus won them.
Well, then you've also got the size of the fan, because that will dispel air. So you've got that is down to your case.
Unless you're going with a Corsair case. Because if you're going for the all-in-ones now, I've seen a lot of Capellas go around, and they come with a Commander Pro, and you can link everything into that Commander Pro.
Ooh, nice.
So you don't have to get like different control boxes or plug. You can plug it into the motherboard as well, but most Corsair stuff is proprietary links. So you can connect it all into the Commander Pro and just control everything through that.
Okay, so this is what we try to do on the stream. Not answer the questions with as much information as possible.
I watch Gamer Nexus, it's my thing.
We have Be Quiet Coolers. I think I've seen them on the website, you know. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure.
They're good. They're just hard to install.
The Lumina case is good, Rap, but again, it's limited on. You'd be able to get 240 in there, but not a 3.
What case is this?
Lumina case.
Lumina. Yeah, 240 is the better option for that case.
But I know, like this case I've got in front of me, which you guys can't see, you can get I think you can get 360 along the front.
Yeah, you can get
it along the top.
Yeah, it's a 240 on the top. You can get 360 down the front.
I know nothing about PCs. I always surprise myself when I'm just like, yes, I know things now. Just from being near parts.
He's learning, people.
Proximity learning. It's getting more intelligent. It's going to be self-aware soon.
Give it a few more years, he'll be running this place. He already is.
Make an XL version. Oh, I was going to get sausages, wasn't I? Yes.
You were.
Now, I've got to get round this camera.
Right as I try and put the motherboard in with the AIO attached.
Ooh,
Yes.
tricky. Yeah, it's tricky too.
I mean, it's not difficult, it's just a bit awkward. Especially if you're trying to record it, because
You know what?
it is a bit dark in here.
Completely forgot. That was so well timed that I've just realised that we forgot to put the lights on.
Production, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what I was saying earlier? It's
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've got everything done.
There's always that one thing. Right, now he's gone. What do you want to do?
Mask. Oh. I'm walking around the building. I need a mask. Safety first.
IG Stephen. When light makes no difference. Right, getting this big boy inside the case. Hopefully we can get on the roof. So how are we doing? Probably a bit awkward. Of course, when you need the top camera, he disappears. Oh dear.
Cocktail sausages.
Oh, they were just outside with it.
Oh, sorry?
They were just outside with it.
Just outside.
Sausages. Yes, they were just outside. Everything.
They used to be a running joke of what I was going to eat because I'm hungry.
I mean, you can still make a betting. You can still make a betting pool out of it, right?
Perhaps with the light on makes no difference.
Walking home from work, getting a beer.
With beer. Very jealous. Yeah. Also went the like over in Sweets Island. Oh wow.
You alright?
Oh yes. Very alright.
Refreshing sausages.
I'll slap some over in a minute.
I'll be fine right now. Just grab a quick Mackie D's as I go home.
Ram says it's hot.
Oh, you're not the only one that's hot. Oi! Sweltering up here.
Step task 1Z. It's really nice to see all the regulars returning. It's,
Well, how long you started this? It was like two weeks ago you started this, right? Well, message
Well,
probably gone out now.
We did one stream and had to miss the next because
Yeah.
of COVID scare and
Have we heard from Pavel?
I don't know because this is the first day I've been back in since.
Ah, right. Because you should be alright. Usually bounces back from stuff like that.
Stefan Task 1C. Yes, it's going good. It's good to be back streaming again. We want to do it different before we started. That's why it took a long time. We want to make sure we got a team in so we can keep consistency. And then the second week we had to cancel a stream.
Random factors, eh? Murphy's Law in action.
We spent so long organising it as well. Fire Legend, how's it going? Genuinely impressed at the amount of regulars that have already come back. I thought it'd be a good 3 or 4 weeks before.
Well, you did say you set it up on YouTube and Facebook now, aren't you? So on Facebook, especially, it's like just bing. Hey,
No,
you've got
it's
a
just
stream
I
going.
didn't expect so many people dropping back straight away. I thought it'd take a few weeks. Yeah, IG Stephen, it was absolutely 100% unavoidable. Literally, kind of. So yeah, it wasn't our fault in any way. Everyone was ready to go. But yeah, unless any crazy world problem things happen, we should be good to go. In fact, I'll send an email to everyone.
Like stifling summer.
assume you got some form of agreement to stream this on Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, we just stream to all platforms. We used to anyway.
You don't really need permission to stream multiple sites, do you?
Well, we're affiliated, but I've emailed them about 5 times trying to cancel the affiliate, so we're allowed to do this. Or ask them if we can do this and still be, and just I never get a response.
Right. Yeah, affiliation's a different thing.
Right. Fire Legend, we're awesome. Hope you're doing well. You make plans and everything burns. That sounds like me going outside at the moment.
Sounds like the UK in general with the sun.
Have you guys finally got decent internet? No, we haven't. But we did. I do kind of like. I get the streaming PC on about an hour before and do some tests now. So no comment on my XL version of the Lumina. I mean, I don't think we need one. I think if we were going to do anything, we'd do like a new, interesting case, but we just don't have the Illuminator.
I'm wondering how he'd XL the Lumina. The Lumina's already a very big case.
Right. But not as big as like this thing here.
It's the same sort of size.
It's similar, yeah.
Because it's, I mean,
we need something with like screens built into it. So.
Look at any sort of CEX.
Slap some screens on the front so you can just play whatever you want.
I mean, Linus has already done that. He turned a front panel, like a glass panel, into a screen at one point, didn't he?
I've seen them. I think Cap's actually looked at them before as well.
Sizing it up for the fans.
A gift of me dying. Okay. Where are you up to?
Current. Well, that's the thing. My default speed is fast. I can't gear down, unfortunately. I can try and gear down. It'll get slower once I get to the cables. Once I get on the cables, cable work.
So we're going to see the best cable management on stream ever.
Well, I'll endeavour to do so. You know, do the corporate speak thing. Whether or not you can see it, because from what I'm seeing, it'd probably be best if we had a camera somewhere up here to just look down into the case as I'm building it, kind of deal. Like something like this camera, but at a slight angle or something. Because I noticed that I'm having to do this and then reach around to try and get everything in.
Well,
which I tend to do anyway, because I build it sideways most of the time.
Is it a setup where I can click a button and that'll zoom straight in? Well, yeah, it's just getting used to building it on stream because you can have cameras everywhere, but
if you're not used to it, is it?
It's just not. I think we did one where we had like 3 or 4 cameras, and it just constantly like. But that one is gonna have like an extension pole and a light, so it gets a better shot.
Yeah.
So we can use it more. Or we might put one on the desk, so you can kind of see into it.
Go for the zoom cam.
Yeah, because you do end up building it like that way a lot, so.
Maybe I just need to learn to like lay it down and have that camera just record as I'm putting stuff in or something like that.
But again, because that light's broken, it's
oh well.
It's not going to do that well. Get a drone cap. Oh yes.
I was going to say get like a drone or something.
Get a drone. We'll get a drone and we'll just fly it around. You won't be able to hear a thing.
It just
paintwork everywhere. But I would enjoy that.
I would too. It would be very annoying.
Headcam, says Rob Skillian. I mean, yeah, that.
Headcam could work, yeah.
Headcam could work, but then you might end up seeing me in the shot, and then we'd get too many views. Irish technical thinker, got PSC Christmas, amazing performance quality. Thank you from Ireland. Thank you for saying so. Thank you for choosing Fierce. You should record.
You need like a button you can just slam at that point.
I don't know. I think I could do it every single time, and it sound identical. Thank you for choosing Fierce. There we go.
You just remind me of my previous job. Till number 3, please. Item number 4.
Too sexy for Twitch. Yep. I've heard you can get banned from that. That's why I stay behind the camera.
That or you need a bathtub.
Do a hot tub stream.
Just don't include me in the hot tub. Just be a dude in a fleece, just like, yeah, I'm very out of place here.
Going home. Right, need to check in on other computer.
Oh, I've heard this advert. It's weird.
Yeah. Weird and depressing.
It's true, but just the way they've done it, it's like, could you do it any more monotonous? Oh no, we insured to make the PC waterproof. Yeah.
Hot tub PC build.
Part of the stream is to make sure it's a waterproof. Yeah. Make sure it's mineral oiled and. Right. AIO is going in with all the cables that implies. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Just why is it
100% correct, Knowles. Mineral oil hot tub.
Oh, that's going to be painful. You'd never wash it out. Be like, well, what clothes do you want to sacrifice today? Well, go ahead. You're going to be sacrificing your skin as well.
Well, unless you get some sort of like latex suit that's then we're getting very weird.
Yes, that is.
I was going to say wetsuit, but wetsuits actually absorb moisture to a certain degree.
Well, yeah, the neoprene. It's like, this was going places.
It's like neoprene, but not. Like rubber repels it, so like latex gloves. Yeah, latex suit.
Rubber just gets eaten by it, though.
Does it?
Yeah, it just gets eaten. It's like mineral oil destroys a lot of things.
Wait, well there must be a certain type of rubber that it doesn't destroy because you get mineral oil in brakes and maybe rubber seals.
That would make sense, yeah.
So there must be a certain type.
Yeah.
We've got Build Zoid. Oh, Zoids are the best.
Build Zoid.
Oh no, I'm thinking Zords. Megazord.
Oh right. It's like, hang on, what? Although a Megazord building a PC, what would a Megazord build?
What?
What would a Megazord build for a PC?
What would a Megazord build for a PC?
Yeah.
I don't understand the question. Like,
you're talking about Megazords. Hang on. Random thought.
Oh no, someone joined the stream called Buildzoid.
Oh right.
And I was like, Zoid? Yeah, they were from no, Zords.
Yeah, I heard Zord. Instead of Zoid, I heard Zord. I was like, Megazord.
No idea how much I missed. Just turned off the PC to quickly blast the fans with air. The dust was actually grim.
That's a point. I need to clean your PC.
Yes. Oh, the amount of times like I've got to congratulate people who are like buying systems from us and putting them in the setup, but then putting them on carpet and just.
Well, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to build my own desk right now. Because right now, the only thing separating it from the floor is a rather thick piece of wood.
Okay.
So it is on a hard surface. It is off the carpet, but not by much. I'm trying to build a desk right now. That's why I was asking for like screens and all that. I'm just trying to find a fold-out table that's not shaky.
2 cats that saw a huge chunk of cat hair on the front mesh. I was like, oh geez, I bet the inside is minging.
Cats. Don't let them behind your PC. Mine has a tendency to try and nibble at the cables.
Small Hole Big Dreams has just done the follow thing for us. That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
We like that. We like that a lot.
Indeed. Indeed, good sir.
My boy cat basically sleeps in front of my desk. You get a lot of photos of cats sleeping on PCs because I bet it's nice and cozy.
It's warm.
Well, yeah.
It's also the most annoying place they'll sleep, so yeah, it just goes to show.
PC's overheating. Do you own cats?
Do you own any sort of animal that has fur? Because dogs will tend to do that as well. They'll tend to sleep in front of it. I know my cat has a tendency to try and nibble at the cables.
It's me, Giorgio has entered the chats. Yep, it has been a while. Me and Kat took a break. When we came back, we wanted a team. We wanted to make sure that week in, week out, we would be here for your viewing pleasure. And then it got cancelled in the second day.
That's just going to be a recurring thing, isn't it? We have big plans! Cancel.
Oh, we got people like finding out who each other is in chat. This is interesting. IG Steve knows it's me, Chaotic. Ooh.
Ooh. Right, AIO is officially in. I'm going to take a drink.
Oh, Knowles, that is awesome. The new anti-cat piece. Oh man, that's our April Fools for next year.
You mean you say anti-cat? That just says to me that the cat's going to use it as a scratching post.
Possibly.
Yeah, it's going to go. Oh, you make it anti-cat.
But yeah, I think a slanted roof PC is the way forward. I mean, technically that could. If you had a slanted roof radiator, it could dispel more heat. Because rather than one surface area, you would have two.
Could. It'd be a thing to think about.
Although, actually, no, because you wouldn't be able to get full-size fans in because
you'd have a cross sectional
so you'd have to use small fans, which then
unless you had something like a fan that went across the angle, but
it's like mini fans across the angle and then smaller fans at the
just
side.
tessellate the fans as they get towards the point.
It's still
Just get smaller and smaller. Right, so that's the AIO in.
What's going on? It's me, Giorgio says I haven't caught on who is that. So this is Andy. This is Andy.
It's me, Andrew.
We're going to be changing things up, so there's going to be different people hosting each week. So you get to meet more of the Fierce team.
Get to meet the cast.
And if you have bought a PC from us, then it could have been Andy's fingers that have been the things that assembled the PC.
And then probably disassembled it when he realised he forgot a cable. Right, I have a feeling I'm going to have to build this on the other side so people can see, because now we're getting to the point where cable management is a thing. Cable management. Woo. The best part.
I love cable management.
Indeed.
It's nice.
I mean, it's one of those things where it looks awesome when you've done it, but when you look at something like that, you look at it and go, what am I doing? What have I done?
Oh my god, what was this? Leonard Grinham?
I can't see the chat from here.
Leonard Grinham.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm giving up. Have a look, see if you.
I'm gonna have a.
So it's up in new folder.
Oh.
Go on, you try to pronounce that.
Oh. That is. I'm pretty sure that's yeah.
Go on.
Leonard. I can see Gringham, I can see Leonard, I can see Into, but it's basically 5 different words compounded into a single word.
Leonardo Pinto Grinham?
Yes. Sounds about right, anyway.
So, I think it might be better if you could do the cable management from the top, maybe?
It's a good point, actually. Let's try that. Because it'd probably be better in general, because I don't need to look at the front for this particular bit.
Oh, there you go. IG Steven says, when it comes to PC builds, do you ever feel like you're just repeating yourself?
To a point, yes. But I tend to find enjoyment where just making things neater, faster, it's just enjoyable for me to do. It's also good practice.
Ooh. Right, so remember where the markings are.
have you remember where it is? Oh yeah. That looks about right. You can even see my toolset.
I will remember to bring my tools next week so I
Yeah.
can reposition the camera so it's in a better place. I think it'd be better like over here facing them.
Probably around like here.
Well, that's where it originally was, but then we moved the desk.
Wow.
So, yeah, that top one's not working very well, so we'll go back to the main shot. You can see that on the top there.
I have just realised I have not got any zip ties.
Try the top drawer. There should be big ones and small ones in there.
Okay.
What's going on? I just even I've been doing something similar for my work, but I feel like I repeat myself. I work for data centers, so build servers quite often. That's pretty interesting.
I've been looking at how they cable manage those. It's amazing what they do in there.
Some of it is.
Well, some of it's just a rat's nest, but when they properly cable management, it's like, beautiful. I can't see any zip ties.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so if you bear with me, I'm going to quickly run down and grab some.
It's not already closed.
Well, what time is it right now? It's... oh.
6. It was open last time, there's still people in the warehouse.
Yeah, so just bear with me, I'll try and grab some zip ties.
Me personally, I have not built PCs before. Well, I've built a couple when I first started, but I don't do that. But I will ask Andy when he gets back how long he's been building PCs for. iFixit. iFixit? iFixit. I don't know who that is.
Oh, it's definitely a lot cooler down there. You'd flinch at the temperature difference, ooh.
How long have you been building PCs for then?
Oh, while working here or in general?
In general.
When did I get my first PC? When I was about 15, so going on about 12, 13 years now.
Cool.
Yeah.
I was just telling him how like I don't build PCs. Basically, when I started at RG Stephen, it was like, oh, we build PCs. You know, I was like, I need to understand how we do it. So I was on build for a couple of days.
Yeah.
But it was coming into Christmas time.
Oh yeah.
So someone was supposed to show me what did what, and it was just instead it was like, assemble that. That's an easy one. And I was like, I don't know.
It's easy, maybe.
When you know how to do it. But anyway, you're saying you've been building for about 13 years?
Yes. When I started building, basically I got a pre-build, just a basic pre-build. I think it was. I started with a Pentium.
Ooh.
Yeah, with a Pentium with a GT. I don't think it was called GTX. It was like GT295. They still have decals on the back of the card. So I got one from Zotac, and then decided I like the shiny stuff. I want a better PC, but I can't afford it. So I just bought parts and started swapping out parts, which I still have. I still have those parts.
Oh wow!
Somewhere I have an i7 870, just hanging about somewhere.
I think I've got an i7 870 in my spare laptop. I did buy that about 5 or 6 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, this was a time where motherboards had numbers for names. Because my first motherboard was the P22-28B something something. It didn't have a name, it just had a serial code. And then I did the silly thing some time ago and went, right, I'm going to get a 5930K with a Rampage Extreme and try to fit it in my old case. It didn't work. At which point I just bought all the parts required and just built an entirely new PC.
Oh,
that's unpleasant.
Yeah, the desk is quite grippy.
Yeah, I think it's more the rubber feet because this has got some beefy rubber feet. two Athlons. I haven't had every PC I've had up until now has been Intel, but now I've gone with Ryzen. How was Athlon? Because I've heard a lot of things about it. This is now just history nerd going, oh, history.
Oh no, I was going to say weren't the Athlons in GameCubes, but that was ATIs, wasn't it?
I think so. I'm not sure. My console experience has been PS1, PS2, PS3. Do they play? Yes, let's go. Then I got a PC and was like, well, enough of that.
I look into it. There was some of the old consoles had like obviously they are just mini PCs, but the stuff they had in them, like the Dreamcast was one of the craziest consoles.
Dreamcast was powerful.
It was
insanely
It was
powerful.
shocking that it died.
I think that was more to do with Sega killing it, if anything. Sega, it was coming out at the same time as GameCube, with the market with a PS2 in it, and not having many games.
I think the Dreamcast was one of the first things you could get the internet on properly, or something mad like that.
I think. Couldn't you get there on the PS2? Because I'm pretty sure you could get one of the Phantasy Star games.
No, I mean you could actually get
like
web browser.
on a browser,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, okay.
Years ago, I ended up getting the i7 770-100K and installed it onto a H110 board.
Oof.
Just a stock cooler.
Oof. What can I say to that one? Hey, is everyone up to date with E3?
I watched. I think I watched a recap on Sunday, but I still gotta catch up.
Because I personally haven't seen it. I've just seen some highlights from Nintendo, Microsoft one. Microsoft's been doing fairly well recently.
I mean, I've seen some of the memes where it is basically just, oh, we've got this old thing. Let's
rebuild it. Yeah.
Let's do this. What else was there?
Did the I've got a question. Is I kept seeing around Facebook a tactical Metal Slug game. Was that introduced at E3 or was that just randomly put out there?
Ooh, tactical Metal Slug game.
Yeah. Because I was looking at the advert going, hang on, this is Metal Slug. It's a tactics game.
I saw one where it was. I'm not sure if this is the same one you're talking about, but it was like a cyberpunk.
No. This is straight Metal Slug. It was titled
right.
Metal Slug Tactics.
Oh right.
It was like this is why I was interested. I loved playing that game. I just like this would make a good tactics game. Well, what do you know?
I saw one that instantly reminded me of Metal Slug. There was like a cyberpunk one, but it was almost like a weird 2D/3D platform. It's hard to explain. I'll have to send you the
Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to explain that because cyberpunk's my jam. Well, excepting the whole CD Projekt Red one. That was quite the humbug.
You know what? It's so strange that I think the industry, the customers, everyone built the hype bigger than it was ever going to be.
Well, there's parallels to it. No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky had the same thing happen.
Yeah.
And it crashed and burned, but if you look at No Man's Sky now, it's really good.
I was going to say, all the data on Cyberpunk is it still did well. There's still loads of people playing it. There's like it didn't die like everyone. It's just the hype died.
Yeah, the hype died, but then people started right. Well, the thing is
that coupled with the bugs and the fact that on consoles it looked like arse.
Well, the thing with CD Projekt Red I've found is that they release a rather buggy game, but people tend to like it because it's like a Euro trash game. But then they update it and it becomes legendary because it's already a decent game. They just need to iron out the bugs, and once they're done, because this was one of the Witcher games had the same issue. They brought out one of the Witcher games, I think it was 3, loaded with bugs, but still a good game. And then they patched the game, and it's an awesome game suddenly.
Yeah. Looking forward to events. Everyone's MP, GTA, Insomnia. Yeah, like.
Oh, they start putting out anything?
Not yet. Well, I'm not sure if it'll be back on this year. It's quite a big event, so whether it will or not, I don't know.
Because the other event I follow is Gamescom, and that is a mess of marketing. It's just games all left, right, and centre. You don't know what to focus on.
Well, there's the one that we're involved with, which is Format, which is interesting. Because that used to be Gamers Unite, and we partnered with them last year. Now they deal with mainly indie titles, but they're trying to push it to be bigger and team up with people. It's supposed to be a whole.
Yeah.
It's not one big event in the UK. I think they're going to do like a few around the UK. I don't know.
Well, to be fair, most gaming now, indie stuff is just brilliant.
Yeah. So yeah, looking forward to that because, well, obviously we're going to be there.
Well, yeah. But indie stuff in general just tends to be like the whole AA concept. I mean, it works. It's like it's not shiny as shiny as a AAA game, not as well polished, but they're still good games. Like Hired Gun, Necromunda.
No, I've not heard of that one.
It's just been released. Well, just been released. It's been a couple of weeks, and it's not polished. It's not perfect. Just a good game. That's all it needs to be.
Talks about doing a smaller one in Q4 this year or Q2 next year. Yeah, there's a lot of places coming up with these smaller events where they might do 2 smaller events in a year rather than one bigger one.
I think that's what they have to do now with the COVID scare going around.
Battlefield 2042.
The problem is, it's published by EA. And I haven't bought an EA game in a decade.
And isn't it like 70 quid?
Well, that's just EA in a nutshell, to be honest. It'll be 70 quid and you'll have to buy a battle pass.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm not doubting that it's going to be a good game. It's just with the EA behind it, I have massive suspicions. Unfortunately, it's just the way I do. Especially with what happened with the Red Alert, with the Command and Conquer series.
How's the cable management coming?
It's going well so far. I'm just passing cables through, which is why I've pointed it towards the camera now. Just passing cables through. Just kind of have to feel it through because it's all grommeted axles. There we go.
Pizza delivery guy got lost. I remember when we used to order food to here, and there was one week where I had to walk for about 15 minutes. Because yeah, the guy that was delivering us all food up there didn't know where he was going, and I get hungry. When I get hungry, I get angry.
Hangry. It was rather unfortunate when that happens. It's like, I'm expecting food 3 hours later.
Like, my Chinese is the weirdest Chinese in the world. If they say 45 minutes, 90% of the time, it's going to be 35 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a rare occasion where it's 2 hours.
Must be a big meal.
But then sometimes they'll say 30 minutes and it will be bang on. Like, if they say 30 minutes, it's bang on 30 minutes. They're just. I remember, it takes me 25 minutes to get home. I ordered it with the engine running, drove out of the house, and the guy was waiting at my door by the time I got back.
It's like, hey, where were you? We were waiting.
I was like, so fast.
Someone recognises my kit.
Someone recognises what, sorry?
Someone recognises my kit.
Your kit? Oh, your tools.
I fix it, let's go.
Ah, right, I didn't get that one.
It's a good kit.
And I've just remembered that you've got the big sideways screen thing, so...
Yes.
I was like, how can you see that? That's so far up on the...
I'm a telepath. To a degree.
So far up on the screen. But yeah, obviously you've got the big one. And now I get why It's Me Giorgio put race. Because he's on Twitch and YouTube and he wanted to see which message came through first.
Ah, okay. Ooh, wow, MSI, what have you done here?
going on?
Yeah, this is the awkward bit of the cabling now, where I'm having to charge all the way around the case to get from one side to the other, trying to figure out which way is going where.
It's about a giant desk.
It's more just the amount of cables I'm having to go through the grommets right now. Ooh, this might be an issue. Oh, this might be an issue.
What have you done?
It's not me per se, it's the cable length that should work, but I'm gonna have to be cautious. Because all the fan headers on this board are along the bottom.
Right.
And the 3 fans at the front have, well, don't have a fan hub to go to. So it all has to be plugged into the board. So on the top fan, well, the wires are just about long enough to reach it. So hopefully this ad hoc plan will work. It has. Yay! Mission successful. Get in. Get in. There we go. Right, that works now. Yay.
Dangerous.
Have they, with Cyberpunk, have they ironed out most of the bugs with the new patch? 'Cause I know they had a massive patch recently.
Are they constantly patching? Like,
All of it. They just had a massive patch rollout. Because, like I said, with CD Projekt Red, they usually have a massive patch that just rolls out.
I still haven't played it yet.
Ah.
Because I have, you know what, my laptop probably would cope with it, but
Well, same thing with me. I haven't played it yet, but that was specifically because I know how CD Projekt Red sort of runs their stuff.
hello, bossy.
Oh,
Hello, sir.
oh, you're recording on that. You alright?
Yeah,
Very hot. Very warm.
you're still wearing a jumper though, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's only got fleece on.
I'm in a vest and shorts going, it's actually not that bad. What's he talking about?
That is a very good point.
He's snowboarding.
Well, to be fair, I do like my skiing, so I'm trying to remember the skiing times. And then remember I'm in the middle of summer and going, I'm in a jumper. Probably should rectify that when I can remember to.
What are you up to tonight?
We're just streaming.
Just streaming? Oh, yeah.
So it's live right now.
Is it?
Yeah. I just thought
Building chat.
I'd let you just walk in and say something you might get in trouble for.
Night, y'all.
See you later,
See you, matey.
To be fair, John used to do that a lot as well, so you know you're doing well.
I'm just not coming back in again. Good way to keep me away. Take it easy.
See you later, Mark.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was our boss. Right, so this is the USB 3. I'm going to be very careful with this. Very, very careful. Oh! We're out something there. Just realised all the headers are at the bottom.
And then we'll get everyone in the chat to rate your cable management.
Oh no. Oh dear Lord.
So if
Not
it
peer
needs,
pressure.
if it needs tidying, I'm going to get everyone to rate it out of 10.
In that case, this stream's going to be 10 hours long, ladies and gentlemen. Every single wire zip tied to the kazoo.
Boss coming to sack you got saved by being live.
I mean, I was wondering why I had a gavel.
What is this?
That's it. Yes. Right. Okay.
You in?
Yeah. 3.0 in. Front's looking pretty decent right now.
Yeah, looks nice.
Right. It's now the back end. Dun dun dun.
God, it does look messy.
The hedgehog of zip ties. Let's come to seal all that.
I definitely need to move that camera shot. It's just not good.
Oh, get it back.
Get it worried. It's just where it is. It's just your head will constantly be in the way.
Yeah. Like I said, does that have it at an angle instead of straight above?
Yeah, because if it was directly down, then it would have been over this section. Also out next week. Right now, it looks like his hair that was clawed out of the shower plug. Nice.
What?
Right now, it looks like hair that was clawed out of the shower.
I mean, that is the general style. I am going for the washed up hobo look.
It's been a while. We're slowly making improvements to the stream.
I am not going bald.
Oh, he's actually talking about the cable management.
Oh, okay, no.
See, we just flicked the clip to main screen and it was literally just his hair, so...
Unfortunately, now that we've said that, that's going to be the core of the chat right now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess I could always just... There we go.
Uses amazing man strength.
There we go. We've picked the tripod up and we're having a closer look.
Hello. Oh. Hello. Of course, the tripod doesn't have to do upside down. Is that one it? No, we're off
The wire management.
As someone would hastily point out, cable.
Cable wire management.
I mean, I don't see the difference really, but one of my colleagues he keeps going like, no, it's cables, it's cables. That must be in Cable Town.
Simon Lizard said cables are a nightmare at the back.
Yeah, that's generally the case for most of these things, unfortunately. You don't want to look at the back of my personal build. Oh no, that's like looking into the abyss. The abyss is snakes.
I mean, that's not looking too bad.
It's not the worst.
Well,
It's getting a bit tired now.
yeah, I'm going to put that down now, lifting the entire thing up. And
There we go.
If I look right, then you're using an AMD. That's...
Yes.
How did you guess that from that shot?
Looking right, from my perspective, looking right. I'm not sure, actually. Are you in this room?
Am I wrong? I don't know,
Are you in this room, good sir?
Is there some way you can tell from the back of the motherboard?
At this angle,
No, when I had it on top.
yes, you can, because the AMD one has a backplate built into it.
Oh.
So that's probably how they got it. Because Intel doesn't have the backplate, you have to install the backplate if you want an AIO on it.
Or, you could have just seen the build specs in the top left-hand corner.
I mean, that is awesome. I want to give him some credit, come on. He's an internet detective, you need to give him some credit. Right, that needs to go somewhere as well. Quick drink.
I remember we've still got another 30 minutes to go. So.
Yeah, well, it probably will take 30 minutes. Generally, at the end of these builds, I turn it on just to make sure it actually all activates and lights up and all that. I mean, I do that on the regular builds as well. If there's an AIO involved, I make sure, because if something's wrong, it's like, well, it's going to come back to me anyway, so might as well. So yeah, you'll see this lit up by the end of this, if it all goes right. Okie dokie. That can go in there, this can go in here, and... Voila. Maybe both. It could be a fire show, which would also be very interesting. Bit of slapstick comedy for the end of the day. Right, so that's everything there.
There's definitely a temperature difference as you go up the stairs.
Yeah. I think it's more because it's a metal roof and we're...
Right at the top.
Yeah. Also, it's near the end of the day now, so all the heat has risen.
What's this? Cyber Lizard seems to have completely taken over the chat. Oh.
It's a Sakira 100R. It's actually a decent case. I kind of like it. There is a bigger version of it as well, although... But there is that one, but this one, it's an alright case. It's got decent cable management, everything's nice and tidy in it. Right, I think it's time to put the GPU in. This big boy.
Now, what are your thoughts on that GPU?
That GPU, for me personally, I don't like this rocky effect. I can see the RGB being good in it, but I kind of like the more blocky industrial kind of style, like the Strix, essentially. Although saying that, I have a EVGA, so you know, who knows. Then again, with GPU shortages, you get what you can get. So, okay. Where is that's the cable? There it is.
Let's see if Spotify is still on. No copyright.
Yeah, I agree, Cyberlizard. It is a tad overkill. It's not my personal taste, unfortunately, but I can see where people are coming from when they want this sort of thing. Although for some reason they put a RGB cable on it, so this is going to be rather awkward with a cable just running through the middle of the build.
Those rocks, I think it would look better on a black and white build.
I mean, I've seen it in a white case. It does work a bit better because when it lights up, it's all RGB coloured, and the crystals really do reflect it really nicely. But it's in a build like this, you're kind of wanting something a bit more subtle. It also doesn't help that because it has an RGB controller here as well. So you're having to run a cable all the way across the top. I mean, I kind of see where they're going from. You know, get some control of RGB.
Does it have to go across the top?
Otherwise, it's going straight down over the top here as well.
Because they say like if it ran with the power cables,
Yeah.
because they're...
That could work. Yeah, let's give that a try.
The only reason I was thinking of that is I've been messing around with that. The PC we had today's got exactly the same carding. As soon as you put it over the top, I took photos of like.
Doesn't really, yeah. So let's give that a try, shall we? Luckily, I haven't bolted it in yet.
Oh, so big.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is that because it's like right over here, you have to really cable tie it in. So we'll give it a try, see how that looks. Because there's an RGB controller in the back of the case here I'm going to plug it into. So luckily this is long enough, so hopefully we can get around to it.
Do you guys also give tips about builds? I mean, if you drop it into the chat, we'll always talk about builds. Yeah.
I'm willing to.
But our customer care team can't give out advice on building your own computer unless it's modifying a first PC, because they are paid to assist people who
take this as an advisory rather than hard fast rules kind of deal, really. Right, so
have we got new stones coming I know we've ordered some, haven't we? Or we're looking at getting them.
Yeah, I don't think they've decided on it yet.
Ah.
I'm just wondering. Right, I can get that in, but I need to remove something.
So, Cyber Lizard sent us
3D mark.
looks like a score from a 3D mark.
I remember doing that. I remember.
You do stuff like this.
I don't post the score. It's more like a personal test kind of thing. Do it every now and then just to make sure that everything's on the good. Because it's good to look at your score and go, huh, why is it not as high? And then like go through if you need to repaste and stuff like that. Also,
so, Cyber Lizard, it's I mean, Andy's the one to go through it, but he's busy building a PC, so probably. I mean, if we've got time afterwards, he might have a quick look. Tam 3 Tortoise.
Tam 3 Tortoise?
Was that you, or was that?
That was me. Yeah, that was me.
I'm sure I heard someone downstairs. Yeah. Definitely someone downstairs. Oh, it's John.
Hello.
Yeah. Mark popped in earlier, so.
Yeah, that's kind of my fear too. I mean, the one I've got at home is pretty robust, but it does sag. I'm trying to find a decent enough holder for it. Unfortunately, it's due to the amount of power they're trying to pull out. They have to cool these damn things, and you need a really big cool like this. If they could make it more power efficient, it'd be all right. So that can go through. Yes, mostly because you're taking a lot of the mass from the aluminium fins out of it. Although personally, I haven't done my own done my own loop yet. Mostly because I don't want to wreck an 1800 quid graphics card. They're quite expensive right now. Come on. Blech. Right.
Might see on Friday if you're at the new.
Technically, yes. There are things that companies do when you're water cooling GPUs. I'm not sure of the specifics myself, but I know that in America, the little warranty stickers they can't actually enforce, which is rather weird if you're putting them on. But whatever. Over here, I'm not so sure about that. I'll have to do a bit more research on that one. But yeah, generally speaking, just assume your warranty's gone if you're trying to do water cooling, which is why research is the best option for almost anything. Right. This is the bit I hate. Oh, I would honestly love to do that as well. I would just have to find some clothes I'm willing to just let die. Oh, Yeah, Lizard's asking about wanting to see a live stream with a mineral oil PC.
Well, like a submerged one.
Yeah, like the Linus's fish tank.
Oh.
That's what I'm imagining anyway. He might be thinking something else.
I don't think we're there yet.
No, I don't think so either.
I mean, we're still going to build up to a live custom league build. That would be probably an all-day thing.
Yeah. Well, it depends what custom loop you're going for, because if you're doing a soft loop, the soft loops are not that hard.
I don't think we've got any soft loops at the moment. I think we've transferred to hard loops.
Oh, fully into hard loops now. Ooh, okay. Right. Measure that out. I would honestly want to see what a Fierce PC fish tank build would look like. The little dragon floating around inside of it.
Yeah, we need to make. Yeah, but how can you put a? You can't put live fish into mineral oil, can you?
Unless we found some really weird fish.
Well, that's it. I was thinking, oh, we'd have to get some sort of dragon fish, and then I was like, we can't put fish in mineral oil. We'd have to.
Hey, look, we found a new species specifically lives in mineral oil.
Charges up on mineral oil and fires it out.
We found new life on Ganymede.
Ooh, I wonder if electric eels, they're.
No, they'd still die.
Well, they'd have the electric force field around.
They would also kill the PC.
It's true. It's very, very true.
Because that stuff is a massive direct current.
I remember as a kid where you were just like, oh my gosh, that's the most amazing creature in the world.
Nah, he did.
Just thinking like shot lightning bolts out of his tail and things.
I was more on the Scorpion side. Team Scorpion.
Yeah, scorpions.
Scorpions. Got even better when I learned, oh, they actually reinforced their shell with iron.
Let's have a look. Would you ever go this far? Oh wow. Right. I like the horses at the bottom of the fish tank.
Oh, we got him. Oh, wow! I mean, the cabling's all over the place. With that, actually, you know what? The cabling actually works with it.
I don't know. I was thinking why would you have that sort of cabling when you've gone to that much effort?
Well, I'm thinking they're going for like you're under the seat, all kind of messy, wavy kind of thing. I mean, it would look better if they coloured the cables.
A Fierce PC that homes a hamster, and the PC gets its power from the hamster running on the wheel.
I mean, you joke about that, but we kind of had a discussion about that in build because we were bored one day. It was like, what would happen if we put a hamster on a wheel and just let it power the PC?
Oh man, like you'd have to protect certain parts of the PC from hamster poop.
You just have to teach you how to poop in a certain area. There's a little furnace in the corner.
I mean, at least if you go, you want a snake tank because it's nice and warm.
Oh yeah. You get a bow constriction. You get energy from how it squeezes. A little pole in the center. I mean, you'd have to put. No, actually, no. They're a bit unpredictable. Then.
I mean, I don't think any animals are going to be able to power a PC unless it's the electric eel. You have a fish tank next to a fish tank. You have the electric eel tank that feeds power into the mineral oil tank. PC submerged in liquid nitrogen. I feel like you're just running through the thumbnails on Linus right now.
Isn't liquid nitrogen conductive? Or is it not conductive? Because if it's not conductive, that'll work. It'll still destroy the parts.
I think when it's contained, it's not because it's technically a gas, but as soon as it is released, it will start to form ice, which is...
Because I know that the major problem with liquid nitrogen cooling is the condensation on the outside of the tank, which is why they have to cover everything in paper towels. But liquid nitrogen itself, I'm not sure if that's conductive or not.
Yeah. So that's what I was getting at there. The actual stuff itself isn't, but as soon as
the water vapor is.
As soon as it touches anything around, like I said, it'd have to be protected.
No. This has gone horribly wrong. No. Oh dear. The eternal curse of trying to put a stand in. It's just you have to take all the bolts out. Right.
I mean, yeah, if it was fully submerged in liquid nitrogen, everything's just gonna shatter.
It would depend on the materials used. I mean, silicon would be very brittle at that point. Very, very brittle.
And it depends if you're putting it on whilst it's running or before it's running. Because I'm sure I've seen some videos on liquid nitrogen cooled CPUs and they work.
Well, if you're having it in liquid nitrogen, you'll need it in a pressurized container. That's a given. Guys, don't hit the light.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. So what was the big mistake you made?
Oh, what's the big mistake? Oh, right. So to get the GPU stand in, you have to remove all the bolts off the backplate because it's bolted into the backplate. But because there's no bolts in the backplate anymore, all the little individual plates keep falling onto the motherboard.
Ah.
Yeah, and when you've got one hand trying to keep all the cables out of the way, and one hand on the actual thing, that's not going to work right. It's also about this time when you realise, oh, I've done the stand too tall, because the way Pallid have made this particular GPU, you have to put the little leg that holds the GPU in place on the front, which means the screws are pointing backward.
Right.
So
it makes it really tricky to get to.
Yeah, you kind of have to just eyeball it, hope you get it right, and then adjust after you put it in. Which is a little annoying, but not insurmountable.
See, one thing that's really weird is this GameMax case, which this is one of our old esports PCs that the team used to have, has a built-in GPU support, and it's brilliant. Like, I don't see why more cases don't have these type of things built in. It's mad.
That's actually a really good point, especially with the bigger cases. With the smaller ones, I kind of get it. It's like, you know, you need to make space, but for the bigger ones, it depends how old the cases are. I'd imagine.
Yeah, 'cause this is quite an old one as well. This is like 3 years old. This case. Oh my god, it's still got like a polystyrene trapped inside it. Where's the stream PC? I think that's a 28. It's actually a half decent system. Oh wait, no. It's a GTX 1060s.
Yeah, if it's any like the ones in there, they'll be 1060s.
Yeah.
With an esports machine, you don't really need graphical fidelity. You just need something that runs fast. So, if you've seen some of the StarCraft pros, they're running StarCraft on a laptop hooked to a screen and a keyboard.
Well, this was for, I think, the CS:GO team. Oh, look at that cable management.
Yeah. Don't look yet. It's not finished. It's not finished. Don't look at it. You saw nothing.
Sam Lizard found an aquarium PC.
Oh.
It works.
I would like to see that, because I honestly find some of these PCs really fascinating. Oh, it's cooled by the aquarium. Oh, actually, that's... Ooh.
How is that? You can't have... There is fish in there.
Well, yeah, if they're just using the aquarium as a cooler, that's a lot of water to cool off in, so it's not going to get that hot.
But
The problem will be if you've got growth in your pipes,
I was going to say you growth in the pipes, but
like algae and stuff.
hasn't it got to be like deionized water to make sure it doesn't rust as well? Because you still get rust within water. So.
Yeah, it would be a... Thing is, it would still work. It'd be a maintenance nightmare, but it would still work.
Looks awesome though.
Yeah,
So, I was actually having this discussion the other day that where anything that is rustable that has electricity passing through it will oxidize faster.
yeah, because it's more energetic, so more energy to do it.
Yeah.
But if you're going for looks, then you're not really looking at maintenance so much as you're going for something that looks really good, and that looks pretty decent. I like it.
What's that?
What you need now is to have a crab inside of it and just have fresh crab in the morning.
Cable management could still use some work.
Yes.
Chris slowly reaches for the block button.
Don't block him. He's providing constructive criticism. You know, we all need a bit of constructive criticism.
Oh, God. Goes through me every time that happens.
It seems that's.
Oh, he was talking about the aquarium PC.
Oh,
That's fair enough. We take everything so personal here.
I think we're just reading too fast here. I mean, also, have you still got that aquarium piece? No, you haven't.
How's
The boba?
How's the spaghetti being managed?
Poorly. Don't worry. There'll be sauce in this spaghetti yet.
It's going. It's fine. It's doing its thing. Received from Restream.
I think at the moment it's more the zip tie just sticking out everywhere, here, there, and everywhere. It's mostly taking down the cable looks. So break that in.
I think I must have used this tune on one of our videos because
You remember it?
yeah, it is stuck in my head. It's not bad either for a copyright.
I mean, usually when I'm building, I've got something like the Ace Combat theme in my head, or something like that. Ace Combat 7 soundtrack. It's a really nice little soundtrack.
Sauce!
Sauce?
Sauce!
Sauce? Probably tomato.
You know what? One of our competitions, I've said this for ages and it will happen one day. I want to do how many tins of spaghetti is in this PC.
Well, a bit like the Easter egg one, but
A bit like the Easter egg
Yeah.
one, but with spaghetti. Spaghetti and ketchup and tomato sauce.
ravioli. Because you have to guess the meat in it as well.
Oh no, it's the spaghetti thing for what? As in spaghetti.
Oh yeah.
And mustard and tomato sauce for red and yellow cables. That are always awful in one show.
Oh, there was I think it was J2 sent doing PC. No, it wasn't. It was someone else, and someone had sent in a cardboard box with a bottle of ketchup and mustard just smeared for wires and into like a cardboard 3090. And he properly reviewed it like a PC. It was hilarious.
It's quite a lot, especially in the current market where it's the only way of getting yourself there.
Yeah, I know.
Something that looks like a GPU.
Yeah, I know. Game of Nexus did the whole Demon PC last year thing, and it was literally just a printout of a 3080, and just like, yeah, so 3080s, newsreel not available.
No, I think we still have 3080 PCs, and I think we've still got some 3080 Ti PCs in stock.
Ooh. Or, as Nvidia calls it, tie. They ain't getting away from that one. It's like, dude, I know what you're trying to do, but now you just your GPU is now just a wardrobe accessory.
No, Ti, titanium, Ti.
It doesn't sound it when they just go, not 3080 tie! Dude!
Well, I say that because I originally came from the mountain bike industry, and Ti is pronounced Ti
Yeah.
in there.
It's meant to be titanium, yeah.
Yeah, because I've never heard it pronounced Ti.
Well, that's what it was supposed to be for, like the 1080 titanium or something like that. And they just joined it to tie.
No, it wasn't Titan.
No, Titan was a separate thing.
Was it?
Yeah, Titan was a
Alright.
separate. You had the 60, 70, 80, and then you got the Titan, and then you got the Quattro. And the Titan was like epic gaming, and then you got the Quattro, which was your like workstation GPU. But the 3090 is now technically the Titan.
Yeah.
I don't know about this. Hey, chat. What do you think of this? Criticism is requested.
Let's zoom in and give you marks out of 10. Oh, we'll get a manual zoom. Ooh.
Oh.
There we go. Slightly crooked, but I don't got the best of cameras, to be honest.
It's not crooked. It's a jaunty angle. It's a Dutch angle.
I'm gonna cry if that PC is gonna be made for an 8-year-old that only plays Minecraft and Fortnite.
You would be depressed to know how often that is actually the case.
I like those little tie wrap things, are they included with a case?
Tie wrap.
Yeah, Velcro things.
Yes, some cases do come with Velcro. This is one of them, and they are actually really useful. Corsair cases especially come with them. They're brilliant.
Did you say Dutch angle?
Yes, I said Dutch angle.
What's a Dutch angle?
It's like a 45-degree turn on the camera.
Ah. No, this is just a camera being wonky angle.
I was trying to pick you up, come on. What, you never walk at a 45-degree angle? Oh, I've been lied to.
But the question is, will it post?
Will it post? Indeed. So, do we have a convenient power cable?
Yes. Should be on by your feet.
Ah, indeed, sir. Indeed. Oh, there's multiple. Eeny, meeny, miny, you. Right, so we all get the effect of what it will look like. This will be the one time where I do this and it doesn't actually turn on.
Oof. First ever stream.
Never mind, it's on.
Oh.
So
The card was having a flash thing. I was like, oh, is it going to break?
yeah, that's basically what the card does initially, but because it's plugged into the control box, which is now plugged into the board, you can now control that.
Check for smoke.
It's fine. Just smells like crap. It's fine.
No, that's me. I've been fine all day.
You've been eating crab. Where have you been getting this crab, good sir? I would like to know your supplier.
Why is there smoke coming from your GPU?
Because it's a powerful GPU.
I think that was a joke.
Oh no! Yeah, if there's smoke coming from the GPU, then we have issues and we need a fire extinguisher.
It's because it's hot.
But Tish. Well, it's already hot. You can't get much
Is
hotter.
this Neon Striver? I'm glad to see a PC build stream. I got a custom PC a few months back. I'm glad. Have a look at VR games. Keep it up, guys. Cheers.
How are VR games? I've had a look into it, and every time I look into it, it's like, is it worth it?
Oh man. So, I do prefer my retro games. I only play a few PC games really, and my mate came round, let me try his VR, his Oculus Quest, stuck it on my head, and I got addicted to it and ordered one like 2 days later. I got the Oculus Quest 2 and it's...
Because the reason being is because I've got Elite Dangerous.
Yeah.
And Elite, I saw it at a convention in Birmingham, and it looked awesome, like really, really good. But it's the expense. It's like I'm looking at it going, I'm only going to use it for one game and maybe for a few hours, if that. So it's like.
So, I don't know. It's one of those things. It's like Nintendo consoles. You look at them and you go, oh, I'll never really use that, and it's not. They're useful in so like we play mini golf a lot. Just friends across the country. We jump on. It's hanging out. Planning on going down to London in a few weeks. Going to sit on the train, put the headset on, and it's going to be like I'm watching a film in the cinema whilst I'm on the train.
I know there's some phones that do. There's like a thing you can put on your phone. Is that?
Yeah, they're not great. But yeah, like I said, I still want to try out some actual PC VR games because I've just been playing the ones from the Oculus Store and they're awesome. Beat Saber, you end up just going into that and coming out 3 days later. Just whoosh, it's just so nice and.
It's like me with a Stellaris game. You start playing, just don't stop. But yes, this PC is built. It has posted. It is all nice and rainbowy and red.
That's such a nice looking build, though.
There we go.
Let's try Five Nights at Freddy's. I've seen that. That looks awesome. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 in VR. I can imagine that being amazing. I was saying earlier, I've got Squadrons, and I still haven't tried Squadrons. But I think that's. I remember why now, because I was playing with one of my mates, and he had a Ryzen 5. And it was still a bit buggy, and I'm pretty sure that's only got an i5. So if his Ryzen 5 wasn't coping with it, and I've got a 2-year-old i5. So, and you've got to play it on maximum graphics as well. So.
Well, I've got the GPU for it, so it's like, well, I can do it, but I'd only use it once for one game. It's like, can I just? Then again, I've got a big GPU, so it's like, can I justify that? So
that's the thing about the Oculus Quest 2. It blows your mind running on its own. You'd be surprised at how.
Oh, it's actually onboard hardware.
Yeah, for the Oculus 2,
alright.
it's literally like I haven't plugged it into the PC since owning it.
Yeah. GPU cable, yeah, that is a bit. It's.
You know, we need those fancy cables, but apparently they're super expensive.
They're like 20 quid per cable.
Yeah. Man,
'Cause
they've got to be specific as well.
Yeah, because we've got one of our builders building his own rig, and he's gone all out. He's got like custom water loop. He's gone all white, and then he went to the cables, and then proceeded to buy every cable available, and got up to 300 quid's worth of cable.
Oh my god!
It's like,
just to get white cables.
you don't need SATA cables. You're not going to see them. Why? You're in an O11. It's blank at the back. You don't need. Why? Yeah. So, do you think the GPU cable should be going over the GPU?
See, I've seen people feed it through the GPU support, but then you're really next to the exhaust fan, so if anything shifts in transit.
That's what I've been trying to.
Be
You see, with big GPUs like this, it's kind of a balancing game, because you either go through the side, in which case you have a massive bulge on the back, and to me it looks ugly with cables going over the GPU, or you feed it under the bottom, in which case you have to dodge the support, which is odd. CPU cooler might be touching your GPU backplate. Yeah, I could try with the AIO the other way around, but I think it would still have that problem with the pipes drooping down.
Well, you probably could just twist them off a bit.
I think they're too loose.
Are they?
Yeah. It's like the Corsair ones. They're easy to move about, which is great when you're putting it together, but when it settles, always settles down. Which is why you get the droop. It's one of the issues of this case. It's not long, if you know what I mean.
It's weird, yeah. I guess it's because I've got this one in front of me. That it's not that it's smaller than it looks.
Yeah, it's a nice case. Honestly, for its size, it's an all right case. It's just you need to think compact.
Well, we've got to tidy up. It's been a good test stream.
Yeah.
So I think that's us.
Criticisms requested. I want to learn.
I'm using Be Quiet Dark Base 900 Pro.
Do we have an image of that? Because I think I've heard of that cooler.
So I'm using Be Quiet Dark Base 900 Pro.
Yeah, that case could use some cable management. There you go. That's no. I mean that.
Oh, the Aqua one. I thought you were talking about this one here.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, it's yeah. Okay. Do we? Oh, it's that. Yes, that's actually a really nice case. Gaming Nexus. I think it's Gaming Nexus. Yeah, Gaming Nexus has done a full review on that. It's a nice case. It's a really nice.
Does that have space for
CD
drives?
Yes.
What?
Because the entire front panel can be, because it's supposed to be it's a Be Quiet PC, so it's all supposed to fold out. So they have access to just ram some stuff, some bays in there. And you can put a fan on top of it as well. So if you don't want CD tray, you can just put another fan there.
Crazy. How often will these streams be? Right, they're supposed to be every week. Every Wednesday we're going to be doing these streams. If they get popular again, we might do twice a week. If they get really popular, we will do a request section on the website. So if you want to see your PC get built, it will. But that being said, there was something that was beyond our control that stopped the stream last week. But
Right, and because this is a customer's,
the sticker roll.
right?
We've got a big team of people to do these build streams now, so if someone's ill, we've got cover. So yeah, should be every Wednesday at least. As long as we don't have another pandemic. Or aliens. Or we run out of GPUs. Yeah, apart from that...
Or we get overheated and just collapse.
Yeah, I think apart from that, we're going to stop it there and we will... I'm going to read that last message, even though it's gone off the screen. The way when I ordered this case, delivery man wasn't happy with me. I bet because it's massive.
It's huge.
Anywho, guys, we're going to sign off for now because we've got to tidy up and lock up, and we will see you next week.
Hope you had a good stream, people.
Thanks for joining. See you.